Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of CJ's Coins and Crafts. This is our next installment of our US Commemorative series. This one is going to cover the 1924 Huguenot-Walloon Tercentenary. The Huguenots were French Protestants who were in conflict with the Catholic majority. Many Huguenots fled France in the 16th and 17th centuries during the times there was intense persecution, most notably the St. Bartholomew's Day massacre of 1752. The military and political leaders of the Huguenots, Admiral Gaspard de Coligny, fell during this incident. Another major leader was William the Silent, leader of the Dutch revolt against Spain, who was assassinated in 1584. On March 29th, 1624, the ship New Nederland set out for New Netherland, which was a Dutch possession centered in what is now New York and represented a large proportion of the early settlers in the area. In 1626, Peter Minuit, the Director General for the Dutch West India Company, purchased the island of Manhattan from the Native Americans for goods worth about 60 guilders, which at the time was about $24. The Huguenot-Walloon New Netherland Commission was established in 1922 under the blessing of the Federal Council of Churches of Christ in America in anticipation of the upcoming anniversary. President Warren G. Harding was the honorary president of the commission, with its chairman, Reverend Dr. John Bear Stout, planned an observance for the 300th anniversary of the New Nederland voyage with issuance of commemorative stamps and coins. As with previous half-dollar commemoratives, these coins were not sold by the government, and in the authorizing legislation, an organization had to be designated to be given rights to purchase the coins at face value and also give them ability to vend to the public at a premium. A bill for a Huguenot-Walloon half dollar was introduced in the House of Representatives on January 15th, 1923, by Pennsylvania Congressman Fred Gurnard, who was of Huguenot descent. The bill was heard before the House Committee on Coinage, Weights, and Measures on February 7th, with Indiana Representative Albert Vestal presiding. Congressman Gurnard told the committee that there were plans to have local celebrations in 1924 to celebrate the 300th anniversary of the Huguenot voyage in cities where people of that heritage lived. He further stated that the sale of the half dollars would raise money towards the observances. It was not intended as a serious fundraiser, but as a symbol of the occasion. Gurnard also reminded the committee that the 300th anniversary of the voyage of the Mayflower had seen a half dollar issued, referring to the 1920 to 1921 Pilgrim Tercentenary coin. Vestal initially stated he could not support the bill as introduced because it did not designate who should order the coins, a point that Gurnard corrected that the Fifth National Bank of New York had agreed to act in that capacity. Reverend Stout appeared before the committee explaining that his commission planned a design with the arrival of the New Netherland for one side and for the other Peter Minuit purchasing Manhattan from the natives. On February 10th, Vestal issued a report recommending that the bill pass, with the amendment adding the bank as the ordering organization. A parallel bill was introduced into the Senate by Pennsylvania's David A. Reed on January 29th, 1923, and was referred to the Committee on Banking and Currency. It was reported favorably on February 9th, and the Senate passed the bill without objection. Gurnard asked the Senate passed bill be substituted for the House bill with the amendments adding the bank as the depository for the coins. The amended bill passed the House without objection and was enacted by signature of President Harding on February 26, 1923. This act provided for a maximum of 300,000 half dollars to be minted. Reverend John Stout supplied the concept for the coins as well as sketches. The commission approached the Mint's chief engraver, George T. Morgan, who turned 78 in 1923. Morgan had been an assistant for 40 years under Charles Barber, who both felt that coins should be designed by the Mint's engravers and were sometimes hostile when private sculptors were engaged to do the work. Morgan's models were sent on October 26th to the Commission of Fine Arts to gain advisory opinions, where they were examined by James Fraser. On November 19th, committee chairman Charles Moore wrote to Mint director Robert Grant, stating, "While the ideas intended to be expressed are excellent, the execution is bad. The lettering is poor, the heads are not well modeled, and the ship is ill designed. The workmanship is below the standard of excellence attained in previous coins. The models are therefore not approved." After a discussion, it was decided to allow Morgan to revise his model under James Fraser's supervision. On January 3rd, 1924, Fraser wrote to Moore that the new models had improved considerably and complained that Vestal had advised the Huguenot-Walloon Commission to have the models made at the Mint, as he had been told by its officials that private artisans made models in a relief too high to be easily coined. The Fine Arts Commission approved the revised designs. The obverse features busts of French Admiral Gaspard de Coligny and Dutch leader William the Silent. Even though the two hadn't any direct involvement with the voyage of the New Netherlands, both were Protestant leaders of the Reformation, and their relationship with the 1624 founding was strictly spiritual in nature, as they are considered martyrs by the Huguenots. The men have their names below the bust and wear hats of their period. The reverse of the coin depicts the ship and the words Huguenot-Walloon Tercentenary, founding of New Netherland, with the years 1624 and 1924 to either side of the ship. A total of 142,080 half dollars were struck at the Philadelphia Mint in February and April 1924, with the 80 retained for the 1925 Assay Commission. The Huguenot-Walloon Commission engaged Moritz Wurmser, president of the American Numismatic Association, to boost sales. The coins were sold to the public for $1 each through the Fifth National Bank, as well as other outlets. Bulk sales were made to certain groups. As with other half dollars, the coins did not sell as expected, and 55,000 were returned, after which they were placed into circulation. I want to take a moment to say thank you for watching this video. If you guys like this kind of content, please hit the like. And if you are not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and then hit the bell to be notified when we upload more videos of this series and when we go live. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one.